I'm Marcy Barron, and this is Mondays with Marcy. I'm your homeward bound guide to everything 5D living. I can't wait to share with you tips and tools to guide your personal transformation so that you can live a life that thrills you. Hi guys, welcome to Mondays with Marcy. I am Marcy Barron, your host, and welcome to episode 4, The Invitation of Spiritual Flu. So we talked about that spiritual flu is an invitation. It is an invitation for you to get curious about your multidimensional self. Right? That 3D, 4D, 5D self. It is an invitation for you to get curious about your mind, body, and spirit connection. And your symptoms are a way in, right? Your symptoms are a way into that. It's like, if you will, it's the portal, it's the doorway. It's like the way in to go take a look at it. Because let's face it, people who don't have anything uncomfortable sometimes, they don't take a closer look. Sometimes people have said like their biggest gifts has been like getting cancer or something like that, because it caused them to wake up to what's really important in this world. And there isn't one soul on this planet who isn't really realized what's important to them through this whole lens, this onlay of the past 18 months of this pandemic that we've all lived in. And what's so interesting is everybody on the planet has had the same experience. Everyone on the same planet has not, like for the first time ever, everyone has had the similar thing. We've all had to deal with this thing, and it's caused a lot of disruption in our lives. It's caused a lot of us to see what we value, to see what's important to us, to see and tune into our health and our, what we believe in, and connect to what I hope is something greater than ourselves. Okay. So what is the invitation? So we've been talking about this in the past few podcasts, but it's like, if you look at spiritual flu and you look at the symptoms, it is an invitation to go deeper. And it is the ability and desire to embody your spiritual self, to literally become the bridge between heaven and earth. We're not going to be going into these light bodies and being like angelic beings. We are living here on planet Earth. And so the invitation is for you to embody your spiritual self. And so, like, what does that actually mean? Well, when you embody your spiritual self, like, what's the benefit of that? So you feel whole and complete. You have clarity to like higher ideas. You are able to enjoy vitality, energy, and there's like an eagerness about you for more. You're able to be fully present with all that is. And presence is a huge thing, guys, like huge. All of us are often living in the past, or we're like worrying about the future. But like when you're present in your body, I mean, that's huge. That's like life changing right there. Just being with what is in the present moment. When you embody your spiritual self, you're able to see the world through eyes of compassion. And compassion's a big one for me. Most often I would have compassion for other people, or what I thought was compassion, but it was only being able to be met at the level at which I was able to have compassion for myself. And I wasn't compassionate for myself. I was very judgmental. So yeah, like seeing everyone that they're doing the best they can with where they are, and you're doing the best you can with where you are. Just having sense of compassion, like just understanding that everybody's hurting and doing the best they can. When you embody your spiritual self, again, which is the benefit of, you know, going deep into this spiritual flu symptoms and understanding, it's easy. It's so easy to stay in integrity with yourself. Which means you're not abandoning yourself. You don't disappoint yourself in an attempt to make other people happy, right? And that's what's being in integrity for yourself. It's like with yourself, it's like, okay, I'm going to keep the promises I make to myself. And that's not selfish. That's self-loving. That is self-loving. You also are able to stop taking things personally. Nothing that anybody does is about you. It never is. It's about where they are from their fears and their trauma and their programming and all of the things that make them who they are. And none of it has anything to do with you. It just doesn't. And when you are able to have compassion and not take things personally, you go, oh, I see how it could be that way for that person. You know, somebody who's mean and, they're self-loathing. It has nothing to do with you. But how often do we, think it is about us? It's not. And as a result of this, we're able to see the big picture. It's like we're able to zoom out. We're able to say, oh, this person is in pain. Or we're able to zoom out and not get caught up in the minutia of the stuff that's playing out in the world. And we're able to see that we're going to higher states of consciousness. And again, it's not spiritual bypassing, but you're able to go, okay, this discomfort that's happening within me and everybody else, it has a purpose. It is for a reason, right? And within this space, when you are fully embodied in your spiritual self, you are able to express your magic, your uniqueness, and align with your passion and your purpose and share your gifts, right? And when you're able to do that, you feel safe and confident and relaxed about the future, right? You're just in such flow. You're just in the flow. It's like, imagine going down a river and you're safe, you're protected. You literally just bounce off the rocks. You're headed exactly where you needed to go. And there's just no resistance. And you can just smile while it's happening. When you look at, in I guess religion or history or wherever and however it was expressed, Buddha was a fully enlightened being, an ascend and then like a religion happens around that, right? Around his energy. Jesus was a fully enlightened being. And so what happened? He was a Jewish rabbi, and then, everyone made then, Christianity was born because it's like, oh, this is the Son of God. It's like, but I want to tell you, that's what we're all here to do. That's what's happening. We're all here to become fully enlightened, like, Buddha and Jesus. And that's not meant to be anything blasphemous. That's not said anything lightly. That was just shown as a, what's the word I want to use? As like a paradigm, as a possibility. Right? It's like, oh, you're just a fully embodied in your enlightenment. You get to be the bridge between heaven and earth. You are unconditional love. You're in your miracles. You're in your magic. You're in all of your incredibleness, and you still get to be a human being. And that's what's happening. Like, it could be so exciting if you could reframe it as like these symptoms, this discomfort, these way in. It's like, oh my God, I get to clear this out and learn how this is for me, and then fully step into my embodied, enlightened self. Like, oh my God, that's so exciting, right? So think about that for a minute. Like, think about what that could mean for you, what that could mean for humanity. That we all are united in the energy of oneness. And we don't look at that one person and go, oh, you have something that I don't have, or you have something that I need to idolize. No, that is what we all get to embody. Um, you know, it's a really powerful paradigm shift. It's a really powerful invitation. It's a really exciting way of looking at things if you want to go there. And like I say, it's not, easy. It's not most comfortable. It's not anything that is, I'm saying can be done like in a minute. But if you change your perspective to think about that and open to the possibility of that, it does get to literally shift something instantaneously. And you do get to change the trajectory of your life. You do get to shift and jump timelines. Like the old you, I mean, if you look at yourself, let's say 5 years ago, 1 year ago, are you the same person? Of course not, right? You're not the same person. So you get to then jump a timeline. You have jump timelines, right? And it's like you're different. You're just this better version of yourself. But you get to make a quantum shift when you're able to literally go in. And I say this again, not with like, and I'm gonna say this, new age spiritual bullshit. Um, but really doing the work, really going in and doing the work, and knowing that when you've done enough in one place and one thing and you're able to shed a layer, there comes the quantum leap. Quantum leaps happen, in my opinion, through little steps of healing all along the way. That's really my belief. And I believe that it is set in the energetic first. It is set through the intention first. It is set through just the desire to do that. And when you do that, the right people, places, situations, teachers, circumstances come and show themselves to you. That's really how I feel. So that's the invitation of the spiritual flu. So my question is, are you willing to respond? Are you willing to RSVP to this invitation and really go deep? And that's what I'm just so excited about, because I have written a book, an ebook that's free. You can get it on my website. It's for you to really be able to go deep. And if you even want to go deeper, there's a course that I have, and holding space for that deep dive, and even offering live workshops to go really deep with interaction with other people who are on this journey, and support from me. So one of the things that I'm most proud of, and I'm proud of so many things, like besides my children and all the that, because that's not anything to be minimized, because that's like the thing I'm most proud of are my children. But in my work is creating a membership site called Crystalline, where every month I have 3 calls a month where I hold space for women to really dive deep into their healing. And no bypassing. We're not bypassing in Crystalline. I don't bypass at all. I don't buy into that, good vibes only stuff. It's like, for me, it's like authentic vibes only. Be you, be your most authentic self. And sometimes that's really messy. It's really ugly and uncomfortable. And that's part of the human experience. And that is, something that we get to experience as human beings, as our emotions. So yeah, it's not always pleasant. It's not always beautiful. It most certainly isn't linear. Healing is a spiral. That's the thing that I want to say too, is, we think like once we get there, it's going to be all good, like that this healing path is over. It's not. Healing is a spiral, and it's constantly coming back to things that we thought we knew and learned and healed, and coming back to deeper levels of that. And if you could think of your healing journey like a train, or your life like a train, we're not getting somewhere. There is no there. It's just not there. There's no there. You have to enjoy the train ride. You have to enjoy the process of it, because we're not getting there. Because if you think you get there, there's the next level and the next layer. Okay? It's like when you go to a restaurant, right? It's like you put your order into the with the waiter, and you can just like enjoy the process, right? The whole thing is not just about like, eating the meal and then feeling like full. In fact, it's like more about enjoying the whole process. Like it's like making the reservation, getting dressed up, going there, eating, like ordering, having fun, chatting, enjoying some samples along the way. Oh, the chef sent out a surprise. It's like, that's your healing journey. That's life. Because it never ends. It never ends. So just know that. That was just something that I wanted to communicate here. So yeah, are you responding? Are you responding to the invitation? That's my question for you. I hope you do. And I am here to support you in that. Thank you for being here. See you next time. That's it for this week's episode of Mondays with Marcy. Be sure to subscribe to my newsletter at marcybaronclears.com. I also would love for you to follow me on your favorite podcasting app so that you don't miss a single episode. I'm Marcy Baron, and thanks for listening. I am so grateful you are here.